So what the hell is Billy burning? So now I know Billy Brown Fat has a job. He runs the furnace. Billy comes in, work order, whoosh, fuel gets burnt. Heat comes out, simple. Except I have one question. What the hell is Billy Brown Fat burning in my body? Because it's a furnace. Something's going in there. And when you've been carrying extra weight like I have, you kind of start making assumptions. Yeah, I got fuel and plenty of it down here. And Billy, he got that fire. This seems like a meeting that should have happened years ago to burn some of this off of me. So I went downstairs. Billy! No, I haven't asked anything. You know, damn, he's learning me. Billy, you burning fat, right? See, great. And glucose. And what? Glucose. Now, wait a minute. I thought glucose was Officer Insulin's problem. Not everything is a problem, man. Oh, okay. So apparently I've been meeting my metabolism through complaints. So now Billy explains it. Brown fat needs fuel to do its job. It can use fatty acids, okay, expected, but it can also take up and use glucose, unexpected. So now I'm looking at Billy differently because I thought I hired a furnace guy. Turns out he takes multiple forms of payment. Not just Zelle, but also Cash App, and good old fashioned checks, cash, credit cards, check, glucose, you know. Billy says, no checks, man, no checks. They bounce, man. I said, yeah, you're right about that. Them rain checks never come through, do they? And here's where I made the mistake. If Billy uses fat and Billy uses glucose and Billy makes heat, I did the math. Not good math, fat guy math. That's different. You see, regular math, 2 plus 2 equals 4. Fat guy math, if Billy burns calories, then this should be gone by Thursday. So I went back downstairs. Billy, no. Again, you don't know the question. Thursday. Okay, man, he's very good. I said, if you burn energy to make heat, why can't I just put you on overtime? Then Billy looks at me. For what, man? For all of this. Billy looks at my stomach, takes a long pause, walks around my stomach looking at it and inspecting my stomach and my extra weight courtesy of hormone treatments. You got a permit for that, man? Billy, I'm gonna need you to focus, okay? Because see, this is where it gets interesting. You see, brown fat doesn't exist primarily because I'm trying to fit into some pants from 1997. Apparently, evolution has bigger concerns, like not freezing to death. Yeah, that'll ruin a weekend. Your body has to keep its temperature within a workable range. And when you're exposed to cold, your nervous system can send signals to activate brown fat. That's Billy's work order. So now I finally understand the bell. Cold hits, ding. Billy, work order, work order, work order. So he's busy. So when I'm hearing this crazy stuff don't make sense to me, it's Billy doing his job in my body. And Billy starts using stored fuel and circulating nutrients to help generate heat. Whoosh. That's kinetic energy. Well, at least supposed to represent it a little bit. Not because I gave up, have a reunion coming up. Not because my pants are tight. Not because I saw myself sideways in a hotel mirror and whispered, good Lord. Billy has one priority. Keep the house warm. And that's where Billy and I, disagree. Because Billy's priority is survival, right? My priority is, can we take a little bit off the sides and off the front here? Billy is like, I'm trying to keep you alive, man. I understand, Billy. But while you over there, can you hook up? No, it's not my job, man. That's a priority flip. I thought Billy worked for weight loss. Billy works for temperature control. The calorie use is part of doing the job. It's not the reason the job exists. And suddenly, Billy made a whole lot more sense. But then I learned something else. Brown fat doesn't just sit anywhere. In adults, deposits are commonly found around areas like the neck and the upper chest, and usually near the collarbone and along deeper regions. And it's bothering me because if Billy's running a furnace, why is he hanging around my neck? That's a terrible place for a boiler room. One malfunction, and I'm a baked potato. So now I'm picturing Billy operating completely differently. He's not one little Mexican guy living in my basement. Billy represents brown adipose tissue working in particular places around the house, which is important because I was about to put a tiny sombrero on my thyroid. Wrong department. And Billy's brown fat cells are packed with mitochondria. Those little power plants we talked about. But here's the interesting part. Those mitochondria have specialized machinery that allow energy from fuel to be released largely as heat instead of capturing all of it for the usual cellular work. Now that's fascinating because most of my life when somebody told me they were burning energy without accomplishing any work, I called them management. Billy, that's actually the assignment. So now the whole picture changes. I thought Billy was a little furnace guy burning my belly fat. Too obvious. Billy is part of the biological temperature management system. Cold creates demand. Signals go out, brown fat gets activated, fuel gets used, heat gets generated. Ding! Work order! Whoosh. And suddenly, you have a whole new respect for this little dude. Until I learned one more thing. Because if cold is what gives Billy a work order, I started thinking about my life. Central heating, heated seats, heated steering wheel, electric blanket, warm socks. And I realized I spent my entire adult life making sure Billy has nothing to do. I didn't fire him. I automated his department, not realizing. Now I'm worried. Billy! I don't hear anything. Billy! No answer. And for the first time in my life, I'm standing in the house, worried that my fat might be unemployed. Ding! Billy pops up. Work order! I look at the thermostat, then at Billy, then back at the thermostat. Oh, hell. Because now I know what comes next. If cold wakes Billy up, there's only one question a grown man with access to the internet is going to ask. How cold? And that's how I ended up making a very bad decision in my underwear. Yeah.